Tisha Ringe, your life, purpose and creativity coach, and today I'm answering the question, help, people are draining my energy, what do I do? Thank you so much for asking. I have got some really great tips for you today that are going to help you stop allowing people to drain your energy. And you notice that I say the word or use the word allowing there, and this is because, as always, we get to have and take full responsibility for our current circumstances. So if your energy is feeling drained, that is a sign or data or evidence for you that you need to change something that you are doing. This is good news because it means you're in control. And we always like to be the ones who have the power to change our circumstances. So, when we're feeling like we're being drained by other people, and I know that this is a big thing for you if you consider yourself to be an empath or someone who's very sensitive to energy, which is what an empath is, you might pick up on other people's emotions or feelings. You might leave situations where you feel really drained after being around someone. You might have, toxic people in your life who you feel really suck you dry after you leave them. You've got no energy left. So there's all these reasons, these external reasons, and whatever the reason is, what I want you to understand is that the draining of your energy is because not because of this other person, but because you have a lack of a boundary in place. We all need to have boundaries, okay? And like anything, there is this spectrum. We don't want to have too many boundaries so that we're, not open to other people, and we don't want to have no boundaries because then people walk all over us. So, feeling like you're being drained by others is a really good sign that you need a boundary in place. And there are two ways to put in boundaries, or two ways that I'm going to talk about in this video. The first is an energetic separation. So an energetic boundary. This is something that I had to learn after I started coaching clients, because I would often feel, and actually with the podcast as well, I'd feel at times that I had my energy sucked from me. And this was something that was being picked up in different, Reiki sessions and different healings that I had done on myself. People were picking up that had a lot of other people's energy. And so what really, really, really worked for me, which I'm going to share with you today, is some advice I was given by a practitioner that I saw who started to tell me about the energetic boundaries I could do. So when you go into any interaction with another person, what can be really helpful is to imagine yourself in a bubble of light, and then to put the other person also in a big bubble of light. This is symbolic for yourself, recognizing that this is your space, your energy, and that is theirs. After you finish meeting with them, what you can also do is ask that any energy that is not yours be returned to the person, and anything that is yours be returned to you. This is a really beautiful practice that I absolutely adore. And another beautiful friend of mine, Abby, also gave me another exercise, which is after you're around anyone, whether that's in person or online, to imagine yourself in a big blue flame. It's like cleansing you, this blue flame. And again, you ask that anything is not yours to be returned to the other person, and anything that is yours be returned to you. I love doing this. Whenever I notice that my energy has been zapped, I do that and I instantly feel better. So that is something you can do on an energetic level, making sure that you've got your boundary there, and also that you're removing and cleansing anything that isn't yours. Now, I know that this might sound woo-woo, but often it is the intention behind something that helps. Because when we feel really drained, it might be it's just our perception. So, you know, our bodies are so intelligent. So this is a really useful practice. The other thing is, if we're allowing people to cross boundaries, our boundaries, so every single time you meet with someone, they only talk about themselves, or they only talk about negative things, they might spend a lot of time gossiping, this is going to be really draining for you. You might find in the moment that it's, you know, it's fun, but then afterwards you'll probably find that you have a big crash because of it. And that is because, you know, gossip is like junk food conversation. So what you need to do in those circumstances is to be clear on what your boundaries are with these people. If you've got people who are constantly, you know, talking about matters that you really don't want to talk about, you need to recognize that that's something that you don't want, that is a boundary, you don't want to go there. You need to either communicate it to the other person so that you're then not resentful at them or towards them for constantly speaking about these topics, or you need to shift the conversation yourself. So either way, you need the awareness, right? And this requires you to be aware of what your boundaries are. So I ask you that if you are feeling drained, start to look at why. What is it about these interactions that are draining you? Can you enforce an energetic boundary? Or do you need to put in another boundary, either by becoming aware of what is upsetting you and draining your energy, and then, you know, directing the conversation in another way, or by actually communicating to the other person what your boundaries are. And you do this in a really polite way. So I hope that you have found this video to be really useful. I can't wait to hear your comments below about how you found these practices and tried them out in your own life. Make sure you give the video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and please subscribe if you want more videos from me answering your questions all about creating a life that is beautiful to you. Thanks for watching. Bye.
It's alright.